morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Chris, and today we'll be doing about a 15-minute class focused around heart openers. And you'll see we'll be doing a lot of poses that open up the front body, but also a lot of opening through the spine and the back body all around our heart space. If you're setting an intention for your practice today, the themes that would relate to the heart chakra could be love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. That could be of yourself or others. And so being kind to yourself during the 15 minutes of this practice, being forgiving if your body is doing things that are different from how it felt yesterday, absolutely appropriate for the heart chakra space. We'll begin in a seated position, coming down onto your mat. Just a comfortable seat, hands on your knees, allowing your sits bones to be grounded. And we'll begin by bringing our focus to the breath, in through your nose, hold at the top, out through your nose. Allowing yourself to start hearing that ocean sound in the back of the throat, in through your nose, hold at the top, out through your nose. Allowing your crown of your head to be pulled up toward the sky. One more breath, in through your nose. Hold at the top, out through your nose. If at any point in today's practice your thoughts start to wander, you can always bring your attention back to your breath. Just a couple of thoracic rotations, allowing our spine and our front body to open up, curving through your back body, and stretching forward, allowing the crown of your head to be pulled toward the sky. Again, curving through the spine and stretching toward the sky. One more time, curving through the spine, stretching your crown of your head up toward the sky, allowing for a slight back bend, opening through the front of your body, opening that heart space, reaching your hands up toward the sky, and bringing your elbows down to 90 degrees, cactus your arms. Gaze is in front of you or slightly up toward the sky. Back up with your hands. Gaze is forward. 90 degrees with your elbows. Gaze is up toward the sky. And one more time. Cactus your arms. Gaze is up. And recenter yourself, bringing your palms down to the mat and rocking forward into a tabletop position. Palms will be planted firmly on the mat. Wrists will be directly below your shoulders. Knees are directly below your hips. From tabletop position, we'll be taking a few cat-cows, opening up through the front body, sinking the belly down toward the earth. Gaze is in front of you or down toward your mat, whatever is most comfortable for your neck. Arching, your back body is reaching up toward the sky, stretching through the spine. Head hangs low and loose. Again, inhale. And arching, exhale. One more time, inhale. Drawing that line with your nose. And arching, exhale. Coming back to tabletop, gazes at your mat. Right hand stretches out in front of you. Left leg stretches behind you. A nice straight line. Your foot is flexed, like the base of your foot is planted on the wall behind you. Your left shoulder is still planted directly above your left wrist. And we're going to continue warming up that spine, tucking and curving your spine, bringing your knee toward your elbow. It's okay if they don't touch. The focus is on the spine, extending back out. Repeating that 2 more times, tucking and curving, knee to elbow, and extending out. Like your hand and your foot are being pulled in opposite directions, really long straight line, and curving last time, knee to elbow, extending back out. Replanting your right hand and your left knee, and we'll be switching sides, repeating bird dog on the opposite side. Left hand extends out near your ear. Right leg is extended behind you, straight out from your hip. Your foot is flexed as if you are standing on the wall behind you. Curving your spine, bringing your knee toward your elbow. Again, totally okay if they don't touch, or if this side is different from the other side. Allow yourself that kindness, that compassion. Curving in, knee to elbow, extending back out, like you're being stretched in opposition. Knee to elbow, last one. Enjoy that stretch through the spine. And stretching all the way out, replanting your hand and your knee. We'll be lowering down for puppy pose. So you can walk your hands out in front of you a little bit. We'll be using most of our mat, so you might need to walk your knees back also. And sinking your heart space down toward the earth, sinking that chest toward the mat. Your forehead might come in contact with your mat. Your palms are pressing strongly into the earth. Your elbows can be on the mat or lifted. Tailbone is high toward the sky. You're feeling a stretch through the front body, but probably also through the side body, maybe even through your shoulders, all around that heart space. Bringing your thoughts back to your breath or to your intention. Three more breaths. Bringing your palms beneath your shoulders, coming back to tabletop position. We'll be lowering from plank down into Sphinx. You'll see that plank pose can be taken on your knees during this practice or on your toes. Either of those options is absolutely fine. The main point is a long straight line. As you're lowering down toward the earth, allowing your whole body to be supported on your mat. And for Sphinx pose, we'll be moving our arms forward slightly, coming directly out from your shoulders. Palms are on the mat, elbows are directly under your shoulders, and your upper body is extending. Crown of the head reaches tall, either toward the front of the room or up toward the sky, whichever is comfortable for your neck and your back. Everybody should have your hips planted firmly into the earth, and your tops of your feet are also planted firmly in the earth. Your knees might be lifted slightly off of the earth. You're really giving yourself power through the lower body and extension through the upper body. As we lower back down, we'll be moving our hands under our shoulders, coming into upward dog. I'm going to show a couple of variations. First, we'll show cobra. In this, you'll be raising your upper body, keeping your lower body planted firmly on the ground, just like we did in Sphinx pose. Very little weight in the palms, allowing your upper body strength of your upper back to pull and your front body to stretch. Lower that back down to the earth, left cheek rests on the mat. Another variation, again using that strength of the upper back, but also pressing with your palms, coming into cobra. Still, your hips are resting against the earth. And bring that all the way back down, right cheek rests on the mat. And now coming up to upward dog. Your wrists will be directly under your shoulders. Your ankles, the tops of your feet are planted into the mat. And your hips are lifted. Making sure to protect yourself by keeping those shoulders directly over your wrists. Go ahead and lower your knees back to the mat if they were lifted, and we'll be coming all the way back down and tucking our toes, coming into downward dog. In downward dog, your palms and your feet are planted strongly into the earth. Your hips are lifted toward the sky. Your knees can be bent. And you can take some flexion to adjust, walk your dog. This is our first down dog of the day. The focus is having a nice straight spine, some opening through the front body. Your shoulders are in external rotation. Gaze moves to the front of your mat, stepping up toward your hands, coming into a forward fold. Allowing your back body to stretch. Again, this can have a bent knee, or they can be straightened, whatever feels best for your body in this day. And then rolling up one vertebra at a time. Coming into our first mountain pose. Arms lift up toward the sky and then come down 90 degrees, that cactus shape that we had before. Cactusing your arms on each side, 90 degrees. Gaze can be toward the front of the room or lifted slightly toward the sky to provide you with a back bend. Up again, hands toward the sky. We'll repeat that 2 more times. Cactus your arms. And back up. One more time. Cactus your arms. Gaze is up. And back up. Forward fold. Flat back. In flat back, you can either have your hands on your shins, your knees, your thighs, wherever is most comfortable for you. The main thing is a nice straight spine. Lowering your palms to the earth, taking a bend in your knees, and stepping back to plank. Again, either on your knees or on your toes. Either one is fine. We'll be moving through sun salutations, so lowering down to the earth, coming into cobra or upward dog, and then tucking your toes to move into downward dog. Again, hips are high to the earth, body is in an upside down V. Knees can be bent. Focus is on your thoracic spine and your heart opening. Gaze is forward, step or hop to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Flat back. Hands are on your shins or your knees. Forward fold. Coming up, reverse swan dive up to mountain. We'll repeat that one more time. Forward fold. Flat back. Planting your palms, stepping back to plank. And taking your version of chaturanga, whichever that is today, lowering toward the earth, pressing through the palms, upward dog or cobra, and tucking the toes for downward dog. Enjoying this stretch through the back of your legs, through your shoulders, and we'll be coming into tabletop position, lowering the knees, replanting your wrists below your shoulders, taking a couple of cat-cows just to reset, allowing your belly to drop, and then your spine to arch, belly to drop, spine to arch, and crossing your ankles, rocking back. We'll be coming back into a bridge pose. So recenter yourself on the mat, allowing the mat to support you as you roll down one vertebra at a time. And your feet will be planting on the mat close to your fingertips. Your knees should be directly in line with your hips. As we're moving through bridge pose, there are many variations. If you're more advanced and wheel is in your practice, you're welcome to take that variation. As we're in either wheel or bridge, just making sure that your legs stay in alignment, that your femurs are parallel with each other, and tucking the tailbone, bringing your hips up toward the sky. You can tuck your shoulders underneath you for a little more heart opening. And rolling back down one vertebra at a time. Tailbone is the last to connect. Tucking and pressing those hips up to the sky again. Rocking one shoulder and then the other underneath you. Option to press your palms against each other, interlocking your fingers if you would like. Really thinking about your legs being parallel with one another. And walking the shoulders out from underneath you, rocking down toward the earth. Last time, lifting those hips. Walking the shoulders under you, palms press against each other. Heart space is open. We're appreciating ourselves, the strength of our bodies. Really feeling that strength through every part of your body right now. And allowing your shoulders to come out from underneath. Rolling down and bringing your knees in toward your chest. Tucking into that comfortable ball. Feeling your back pressing into the earth. And we'll extend our left leg out. Right knee comes up toward the armpit. Arms extend out into a T shape. And the lower body rocks over to the left side. Gaze can be up at the sky or over your right hand. Several options for a modification in this, you could use a block to support that knee if it's hanging in the air. You could bend both legs so that your lower leg is supporting your upper leg. The main thing in the supine twist is to ensure that your shoulders stay planted on the earth. Bringing both knees up to your chest. We'll take that same twist on the opposite side. Right leg extends out. Left knee in toward your armpit. Crossing your knee over while your arms extend out in a T shape. And rocking your lower body over to the right side while your shoulders remain planted firmly in the earth. Gaze can be up at the sky or over your left hand. Same modification options. You can use a block to support your knee. You can use your other leg to support your knee by bending both knees. Or you could allow it to hover. Bringing both knees in toward your chest. Curling into a tight ball. And extending both legs out toward the end of your mat. Palms are face up to receive the energy that is available in this room. We'll be moving into Savasana. It's about 2 minutes of relaxation, allowing your body this time to rest and to soak up all the benefits of the practice that you've provided for it this morning. Relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyebrows, allowing your eyes to sink down into their sockets, allowing your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders into the earth, feeling your arms heavy against the earth, allowing your stomach and your spine to sink down, supported by your mat, relaxing your hips, feeling your legs resting heavy against the earth, relaxing your feet, and rest. When you are ready, beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes, starting to wake up your body, stretching your arms above your head for a good morning stretch, stretching your toes in opposition to the other end of the room. And easing your body over onto the side for a supported fetal position. Thanking yourself for taking the time this morning on your mat, providing your body with that loving kindness. Using your hand to press into the earth, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Hands at heart center. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me this morning. The love and light in me honors and appreciates the love and the light in each of you. May there be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your thoughts. Namaste.